So I gigged with the Nano Cortex for the first time last night. Here's what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now showtime. Bringing you the authentic sound of 50s and 60s rock and roll. Please welcome to the stage, the Hound Cats.
So last night's gig was at Billingham Cons Club, which turned out really well. The weather wasn't great, so the room wasn't as full as it could have been, but we had a fantastic time. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I had a bit of a saga with DPD because they lost my Nano Cortex. It took a lot longer than expected for it to arrive, which is why I've skipped an unboxing video, but there's plenty of those already out there for you to check out. Instead, I wanted to focus my actual experience with the pedal and how it handled a real gig. I'll admit, I was a little bit nervous using Nano Cortex for the first time. I did have my Quad Cortex there as a backup, but I really wanted to see if I could do an entire gig with just the 4 presets on the Nano Cortex. My setup for the gig is pretty straightforward. I've got a clean tone and a drive tone in the left side, and then I've got a clean solo tone and clean drive tone in the right hand side. Let's start with the negatives. There's only really one issue that I encountered. Like the Quad Cortex, the Nano has the foot switches that rotate, which is really helpful for making adjustments on the fly. However, during the gig, there was a few moments where I stepped on the foot switch to change a preset, but it rotated instead, thinking I was trying to adjust a setting. This caused a bit of confusion and I ended up missing a couple of beats and even maybe a bar of the next section while I was trying to adjust to get to the next preset. I'm not sure if there's a setting to prevent this, but in a live scenario, it was a bit of a drawback. Now onto the positives. There's a lot I like here. The amp sounds are absolutely stellar. The effects, while somewhat limited in options, sound fantastic. I'm hoping that future updates will expand the available effects, but even now I feel really comfortable using it. I tried other digital amp modelers and profiles in the past, but for me, Neural DSP is just the best out there right now. If you're already a QC user or Nano user now, you'll know that there is an app that goes along with it, and that's how you can control all the settings, because this of course is now a touchscreen. So everything that I've set was before the gig, and it was very much a set and forget kind of situation, so that I just had to worry about the 4 patches that were in here, and I didn't change anything because it was all ready to go. So that was really cool. I really enjoyed using it live. The band couldn't really hear the difference. I only noticed the difference because, like I say, the effects aren't exactly the same, but my amp patches are exactly the same as in the Quad Cortex, which I want to talk about in another video. But yeah, it sounded great and I'm really looking forward to gigging with it again. Alright, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I've got another video coming soon where I'm going to dive into the capture side of Nano Cortex, so stay tuned for that. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Jack, and I'll see you on the next one.